What's the one thing that changes it all? This one life that we have, there is one overarching habit that affects how successful we are. And if we use it, it applies broadly across and improves all aspects of life. It gives complete freedom, increases chances of success exponentially, and luckily, it's trainable in small bursts each day. Today, we are talking about discipline. What is it, how it affects us, and small things we can do each day to improve it. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Solving the Focus Problem. I'm Will, and before we get into it, I'd quickly like you to notice those friendly little like and subscribe buttons down below, because if you just lightly step on those bad boys, it directly sends dopamine and serotonin straight into my brain, plus only takes a second and helps this video reach way more people. Thanks so much. Today, I'd like to start with a quote. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. This quote is by author G. Michael Hopf and sums up a stunningly pervasive cyclical version of history. Can you see which part of history we might be in now? And looking at the grand picture of history, and the time we are in now of supermarkets, amazing medical advancements, high birth rates, internet access, obesity levels, being able to travel anywhere in the globe, it's clear to me that we have been in the good times era and currently creating weak men. Creating people who are constantly in the comfort zone, people who aren't using discipline and hardly ever pushing themselves through hard things to achieve great things. Are habits like grit and discipline taught in school? Maybe if you send your kids to military school or boarding school, more so. But generally, as a population, are kids taught to not quit when something gets uncomfortable or painful? Most probably not. Yet, like I said at the start, discipline could be the huge overarching habit that leads to success in their lives. So what exactly is discipline? My definition of discipline is choosing tomorrow over today. It is forcing yourself to do something, thinking about the long-term goals over instant gratification. Or here's another one I found online. Discipline is taking comfort in discomfort. And one more, discipline is putting your future self first. Here's what Navy SEAL officer and author of Discipline Equals Freedom, Jocko Willink, has to say about discipline. It's about discipline. The discipline of holding the course, knowing what you have to do, and making it happen. Motivation is good for about 15 minutes, but what you actually need is to have discipline, which is good permanently. As long as you maintain the discipline, it's always going to come through. Another great definition I found is to punish or penalize for the sake of enforcing obedience and protecting moral character. To train or develop by instruction and exercise, especially in self-control. Basically, there's no replacement for hard work. What words do you think of when you think of discipline? Commitment, success, focus, work, grit. So many people in this world have talent, but do they have the discipline to make the most of that talent? To put pen to paper, rubber to the road, and actually make something of it? Discipline could be your missing ingredient to reach your goals. You could know someone with so much potential, but no discipline to make it a reality. What a waste. What a tragedy that those talents and gifts will never be appreciated or rewarded. If only that person had learned discipline, had learned that putting in the work, grinding through the hard bits, receives great accolade and potentially lifelong opportunities and rewards down the line. And like I said in those definitions earlier, it's about thinking about the long-term goals rather than the short-term gratification. If you want more on discipline, then I can't recommend Jocko's books enough. This isn't an ad, I'm not getting paid anything to say this. They are just something that I really think can help on this topic, and something that people in this world really do need. Also, Jocko wrote a great kids book titled The Way of the Warrior Kid. If you have young ones that would like to have a strong, disciplined mindset, I'll leave a link to both books down in the description below. Now, there are many ways that we can start to train ourselves to have more discipline, and that's forcing ourselves to do the hard things without making excuses. For many, you can push yourselves to do some hard exercise, go for a CrossFit class or a long run, or whatever your poison is. For others, it could be to start small, like setting your alarm early and making sure you get up early every day, making your bed, eating clean. But know that whichever area you want to be more disciplined in, it needs to be consistent and sustainable. If you quit after 1 week or whenever it gets hard, then you have failed. You remain undisciplined and further away from your goal and fulfilling your potential. Another way you can train discipline is right now, with a quick practice of our mindfulness. You might not want to, I know, but let's just do it. Don't make excuses and click away, it will be over in a second. Today, we're just going to do one set of 60 seconds, noticing when we've been distracted and returning back to our focus again. You got this. So sitting up tall, either your eyes open or closed, it's up to you. I'd like you to just take your attention to your breathing, noticing the ins and outs and nothing else. Often the mind can be racing from doing many other tasks, but just know your only task now is to pay attention to your breath and just staying with it. If you've been distracted, just return back to your breath, final few seconds. Awesome work today. I hope I've given you a small nudge towards getting more disciplined, and please do send this video to anyone else who you think might appreciate. Or like I said, maybe try one of Jocko's books. Then, as usual, we finish the session with a quick practice of our mindfulness focus. As always, let me know what you thought down below in the comments. Again, please do like and subscribe and comment. And if you want to help support what I'm doing here, then see the link below down to my Patreon. Any and all help is massively appreciated. I release videos here every Thursday, so I'll catch you in the next one.